In this video, we're going to be covering 7 signs your ex is secretly unhappy and wants you back. Hey there, it's Clay with modernlove.life. And like I said in the beginning of this video, we're going to be talking about 7 signs your ex is unhappy and secretly wants you back. This is actually more common than you might think. You know, many times we think, oh, okay, our ex broke up with us. They must have thought this through very, very well. I can tell you, after talking to a lot of people and dealing with a lot of breakups, no, they many times don't think this through very much. Oftentimes these are emotional choices that are made in the heat of the moment. Many times the breakup has been building for a while, but oftentimes the thing that breaks the camel's back, so to speak, comes in the heat of the moment. So let's go ahead and get into this. The first sign that your ex secretly misses you is that their life is worse off without you in it. I don't know exactly what that means, but if their life is worse off by their own standards, by what they think is important in life, not your standards or someone else's standards or society standards, but by their own standards, if they are worse off, then that's definitely a sign that they are probably missing what the two of you had. They're definitely unhappy, but they're probably also missing what the two of you had and probably want back together because, you know, if their life has taken a step downwards, in again, whatever's important to them, then that's probably an indication that, okay, something's not working for them. They're probably regretting their choices in some way. The second sign is if your life is actually getting better, again, by their standards, okay? Not by your own standards. That's a little bit tricky, but by their standards, because this is all from their point of view. So if your life is getting better based off of what they think is important in a relationship, in a partner, then that's them probably looking at you in some way, if they have the ability to keep in touch with you or to follow you online or something, probably looking at you and saying like, wow, look at you, like your career is really taking off, or look at that, you're finally getting out of your comfort zone, or you finally did book the trip to travel around the world, or whatever it might be. Again, this is from their point of view. So they're looking at this and saying like, okay, wow, you're doing all of this cool stuff that is better than what was going on before. That's going to give them a little bit of that sense of FOMO, that fear of missing out. The third thing is that they keep popping up into your life somehow. That's to say, they keep trying to show up in your life in some capacity. Through some circumstance or whatever, they keep somehow showing up. It's like, oh yeah, like I need to come by and pick up this thing that I forgot at your place, or oh look, there's this unresolved bill that popped up. Let's get together for coffee and talk it out. Or maybe they just somehow keep popping into your life, just, you know, accidentally running into each other at the store, or maybe you have mutual friends or something like that. This is more not necessarily in the camp of that they're unhappy, but more in the camp of they want you back. If they keep showing up in your life, if they keep popping into your life when there's no practical reason for them to be there, you know, it's not like the two of you work together or you have kids together or something like that, but it's just like, oh hey, there they are again. Oh hey, there they're calling me again. Oh hey, there they are texting me again. Oh there they are trying to meet up again or something. That's because they actually, in some way, whether they want to admit it or not, actually like spending time with you, and they are just looking for some excuse to pop back into your life so they can interact with you some more, so they can get closer with you and all that sort of stuff. Again, that's not so much that their life is miserable. It might be, but it's not so much that their life is miserable, but it's more just that they actually enjoy interacting with you and might want you back. The fourth one, and this is actually kind of the opposite of that, is that they might become completely silent. Now again, this depends on how your ex deals with emotions and you know, feeling like they made a poor choice in life. You know, some people will step forward and say, hey, I made the wrong choice, I regret this, I miss you, I like you, I want to get back together with you. That's fine, but sometimes people have a hard time with that, and they may just become incredibly silent. They may feel like, oh my goodness, I painted myself into a corner, I made the wrong choice, I'm too prideful to admit that I was wrong, all that sort of stuff. And if that's the case, then they're probably going to become very silent. If they're miserable, if they're not happy in their life, they may become silent because, I mean, like, what is there to brag about? What is there to talk up? What is there to say good stuff about if they feel like their life is not going in the direction that they want it to. Especially if they aren't the kind of person that reaches out to other people to connect with others and to share things and all that sort of stuff. And then of course they may also become silent as well too when it comes to expressing their interest in you or desire in you, because again, there might be some element of embarrassment there. There could be some element of, hey, did I make the wrong choice? What are you going to think of me? All that sort of stuff. And yeah, maybe they just don't even know how to deal with this, because pride, embarrassment, guilt, shame, all of that. That's definitely a factor. That's definitely something to consider as well. Next is they look back positively on the time that the two of you had in each other's lives. If they look back positively on your time together and the chapter of the life that they had together with you, that's definitely a sign that they miss you and that they are maybe less than happy. I guess it depends on where they're at right now in life, but if they obviously are talking about how great the two of you were together and all these great memories that the two of you specifically did together, then that's definitely a sign. But they might also be talking about certain things that happened during that period of time that may have nothing to do with you. Like, oh yeah, back when I lived in Portland, if like the two of you lived in Portland together, and then when you broke up, the two of you moved somewhere else. But if you're like, yeah, back when I lived in Portland, I used to love my life. I used to love going to these different coffee shops and doing XYZ and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, that's definitely a sign that they look back positive on that chapter of their life. And you are probably a major component of that chapter, because our relationships are a major part of our lives. And so that's definitely a sign that they miss you. Number 6 is they seem to feel a sense of loss of joy in their lives. Yeah, like if you feel a loss of joy in your life after a breakup, like obviously that's going to happen because you're going through heartbreak and all the feelings that come with that. But you might feel a loss of joy in your life as well, because you realize that you made the wrong choice. You realize that you chose something that brought you out of alignment with what you actually want. And this can be tricky because, of course, there are a lot of emotions tangled up with breakups and with the feelings that your ex may feel during this period of time. But that's definitely one of the signs. And then sign number 7 is that you actually are embodying everything that they're looking for in a partner. If you actually embody what they're looking for in a partner, that is to say, if you embody all the qualities and characteristics and everything else like that they're looking for in a partner, like if they're wanting someone who's compassionate and understanding, and you are a compassionate, understanding person, or have become a compassionate and understanding person, then that's going to, go in your favor. If they want someone who, is ambitious or loves to explore things and try new things, and you embody that, then like, okay, that's great. That's how you're showing up, and they probably do miss you in that respect. So you have to look at how you're showing up and what you're embodying on a regular basis. That's why we've been talking about that often on this channel recently, is how are you showing up? What is it you're embodying? What is it you are bringing to the table? Many times people will reach out talking about certain things that are happening in their relationship. Oh, this happened, that happened, they said this, they did this, but very, very little is often said about like, how are they showing up? What are they feeling? How are they embodying whatever qualities they're embodying in that moment? And so that's a really important factor that's often overlooked, is how you're showing up. It's not just a matter of like, yeah, my ex is this many years old, they have this qualities, they're in a rebound relationship, it's long distance, and all. It's like, whoa, hey, what about you? What are you bringing to the table here? Where are you in all of this? That's a very important factor, very important consideration that I don't want to ever have underestimated in all of this. And so one of the best ways that you can actually improve the way that you show up and then improve the way that you embody certain qualities is by at least beginning to work on what we call advanced relational skills. Now, these advanced relational skills are something that we talk about in this video playlist over here. So go ahead and check that video playlist out right now, and you can learn more about what these advanced relational skills are and how they can help you with your relationship.